Okay, so I was looking through some of your notes on like professional development.
Yeah.
And one thing that really jumped out at me was how much you're focused on networking.
Mm-hmm.
And, especially within the healthcare field, which wow, that's a big one.
It is a big one.
It is a big one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, it's interesting because networking is obviously crucial in any industry.
Right.
But healthcare right now is so dynamic.
Yeah.
There's so much innovation happening.
Oh, yeah. And, speaking of innovation, I saw that you had attending a virtual healthcare conference on your list, which I think is really cool because, we're seeing so many of these virtual events pop up.
Right.
But what are you hoping to get out of it?
Well, that's what's so interesting about the source that you shared. It really emphasizes the action part of it, right? So it's not just about attending passively.
Right.
It's about having a plan.
Okay. I love that.
To really maximize the experience.
And it even gives you a checklist.
Does, right? It does. It's just so specific.
Yes. It's like, okay, you need to prep questions beforehand.
Yes.
For the speakers, you need to have a whole live tweeting strategy.
That's right.
And even plan a blog post for after the conference.
Exactly.
This is serious business.
It is.
And, this is a big one. It says connect with at least 7 new professionals on LinkedIn.
7 at least.
7 at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so break this down for me because there's a lot here. Why are these steps so smart?
Well, let's start with the prepping questions beforehand.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
When you come to a session with questions that you've already thought about, that shows the speakers that you're engaged.
Right.
And it also lets you dig deeper.
Right.
Into the topics that matter most to you.
So you're not just passively absorbing information. You're actually helping to shape.
Exactly. You're shaping the conversation.
Yeah.
You're being proactive. So how about live tweeting? Because that's a big one.
Live tweeting is gold.
Okay.
Especially in a niche like healthcare.
Yeah.
When you're live tweeting during the conference, you're sharing your insights.
Right.
You're building your online presence.
Okay.
You might attract the attention of other professionals, potential employers.
Yeah.
Even thought leaders in your field.
So it's not just about just randomly tweeting. It's about really showcasing.
Exactly.
I get it.
You're showcasing your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
You're showcasing your understanding of what's being discussed.
Okay, love that.
Yeah. And don't forget about that blog post after the conference.
That's a post-conference blog post.
Right. It's like the cherry on top.
Okay.
It helps you solidify what you've learned, organize your thoughts, and really present yourself as a thought leader.
Okay. And then you have something that you can share.
Exactly.
Refer back to.
That's content.
Yeah.
That's evergreen content that you can use again and again.
Okay, so back to those 7 LinkedIn connections.
Yes.
7 new connections. How do I make those meaningful?
It's all about personalization.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Imagine you get a LinkedIn message that just says, great to meet you at the conference.
Yeah.
Forgettable, right?
Totally.
But what if that message said, I really enjoyed your insights during the panel discussion on telehealth.
Okay.
I'm curious to hear more about your experience with. And then you mentioned something specific that sparks a conversation.
It shows that you were listening.
Exactly.
And that you're genuinely interested.
That's it.
I like that.
Yeah, you're finding that common ground.
Yeah.
And, you could even reference something specific from their LinkedIn profile.
Oh, that's right.
To show that you've actually taken the time to learn a little bit about them.
I like it. Now, I noticed that the source also mentions booking a strategy call.
Yes.
With Grant McGaugh.
Yeah.
To really prep for the conference. What do you think about that?
I think seeking guidance from somebody like Grant, who has been there and done that, can be incredibly valuable.
Right.
He has a wealth of experience when it comes to making the most of these virtual conferences.
Right.
And speaking of connections, the source also mentions the opportunity to potentially be a guest on his award-winning podcast, Follow the Brand.
Yeah.
Imagine the exposure
right.
and the networking potential that comes with being featured on a platform like that.
It's like having a coach in your corner.
Exactly. Someone to guide you through the whole experience. And, this brings us to a bigger point.
Okay.
With so many healthcare conferences moving online, mastering the art of virtual networking is becoming an absolutely essential skill.
Right. It's not just about this one conference.
It's not. It's about building those relationships
and
staying connected in this increasingly digital world.
So it's like the source is giving us this roadmap, not just for the conference,
exactly,
but for building a network.
Yeah.
That can benefit us for years to come.
Absolutely.
Love it.
And here's something to think about.
Yeah.
How can you take these strategies beyond the conference?
Right.
How can you apply them to your everyday professional interactions online?
Oh, that's a great question.
It is.
Yeah. Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Love it.
Absolutely.